have to leave early, let me say this. There's a survey that we've given you that we want you to fill out. We need to get responses back in order that we know if we're doing our job to make sure that community comes first. And that's what this is all about, community first, okay? For many years, people haven't really listened to the community, but I think the community has gone beyond that and are really listening to each other. They're not really worried about if UG is listening to us or not. We're moving forward anyway, and so I'm really excited about that. So let's go ahead and get started with the questions and answers. And what I want to do is go around the room. You have a question. If you want to get up and answer that question, it's about trust. You tell us what you want us to know, and then we'll tell, and then if anybody wants to respond to it, then we'll have a chance to do that. But I want this to be a vigorous conversation. Did I give you have one?
Nadine did get one.
Nadine, I need for everybody to have a question, even our team members. Hi, Eric, how you doing?
How you doing?
All right, would you like to introduce yourself,
You can't see
Eric?
it.
I'm sorry, let me get off in front of you.
I'm Eric Hawthorne. I own my own firm, the Hawthorne Group. We're a consulting firm. I'm also the Director of Economic Development for the Black Economic Union of Greater Kansas City. I've been serving in that role for the past few years. I'm excited about this particular project, and any way that I can help or input, I'm just happy to meet everyone today, and hopefully, we can create some synergy and create some solutions for what's going on in the neighborhood.
Great, thank you for being here, Eric.
Of course.
And we have another person that just came and joined us. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes, my name is Rosalind Davis. I am actually the lead trainer for the Adopt 2.0 program with the Vernon Center. Basically it's a federal program that's rolled out through the state, and then Vernon is the vehicle of which we are dispersing electronic devices into the Wyandotte County system.
I believe you stated that you wanted to give a presentation about that, so we're gonna make time for you to be able to do that. Is that okay?
All right, I believe I'm standing in for somebody.
Okay. Okay, great, good. Anything that you can answer for us or anything like that would be great.
And if anyone has resources that they'd like to leave, we do have a table up front that you can sit your pamphlets and brochures on.
So let's get started. We're gonna go around the room and we're gonna ask these questions and see where we get. So let's get started. Who would like to be first with their question?
I'll go. Number 6, it says, what information always should be shared with residents before a major community decision is made? There are conversations, I just got out of a meeting on last Friday, about these data centers that they're trying to bring to the local area. Just know when they build the Chief Stadium, most new construction is gonna be built on, data center is going to be the basis, the foundation of the new Chief Center. And I think what major community decisions should be made as we garner in on Commissioner Howard is we already know the impact, but what is the community benefits agreement that the community could be a strong part of how to do that. So to me, the impact, the effect, not on just this generation, but the future generation, and what from a community benefits agreement can the community organizations like QPAD be on to get some benefits for the community?
And that is a really good question, or statement, rather, because we've been hearing a lot, and people are wanting to know more about data centers. Like, what impact does it really have on the community? Who can provide us with that type of information, so that we're clear and it's trusted information? Is anybody in here working in that space at all? You got any updates or you got any input on that?
I would say most data centers, they're landing in open areas, so yes, out there would be good. Some data centers, what they're doing with community impact is that because they are such a centralized internet hub, because you are around them, your internet actually peaking higher than anybody else's internet. And so what they have started doing in some spaces is that there is a, almost like an internet connection coming from the data center into, east side neighborhoods where the neighborhoods don't have to pay for internet. And so because of the information is so strong, depending on the type of data center, some data centers are ran, off water, some data centers are ran off of, nuclear, some data centers are just ran off of, gas and oil. All of those have their own environmental and, human impacts. I will say, I don't know if our government or if we have the, civic capability to truly understand what those impacts are. So that means like somebody else will probably have to come in and tell us what they are. There is a strong, group, they're called the KC Tech Council on the Missouri side. They do a lot of the data center convening, so that's somebody who can come in and tell us more about what could and could not happen. This is the first I heard of a data center going with the chief, so I don't know much about that, but we'll be happy to find out more information.
How did you find out about the data centers coming to the chief?
It's part of the, architecture plan.
Okay, okay. And is it public? Yeah, I'm assuming it's public information, so we all should be able to look it up, right?
Yeah, and I think like when you think about, they have to build a data center for them to do the work that they're doing within the Chief Stadium. I think that's completely different from the Panasonic or like a metadata center that's going over on the north side, which is more so just a big room of computers. And so, again, we just gotta understand the difference in what they're providing and to make sure we have clear language on how to describe.
So we're gonna start making a list of some of the things that we are talking about here so that we can make impact, moving forward in those areas of concern. So does anybody else have any comments or information about data centers that they'd like to share?
I went to a meeting, at one of the utilities, and they had a lot of business people there, and they were discussing the data centers. They didn't have a lot of information, to me. They weren't really qualified to lead a meeting in the data center, because the question I asked was, a lot of components will be coming from